All right, one, two, three. Let's get it started. What's up, everyone? It's a Sunday session. I just want to jump in and just give you guys a quick recap on not a recap. Basically, just want to go over what are we gonna watch for this week that is coming from tomorrow. So, um, and just kind of like talk about what are the standards or stuff that I have been looking for the past few weeks. Well, basically, for the past few weeks, I've been kind of like in and out. Really didn't trade that much. I was traveling, as you guys know. I mentioned in the group. So sorry about like lack of alerts and on some days, but it's always good to being able to also like travel and trade if you use this as a full-time job. So just want to kind of like go over what I'm looking for tomorrow. I hope this will be short video. Let's see how it goes. So anyway, last week I mentioned a book. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm going to kind of like provide you guys one or two books per week, or I don't know, maybe I don't know, twice a week. Um, we'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. And for this week, I gave you guys the 25-point discipline for trading. So this is the easiest book. I don't know how many of you guys are really reading book or like books. Probably not, but I do love books. I encourage you guys to just study as much as you can, read as much as as you can, but not reading. Do not confuse yourself with So there are so many shitty books out there too. So you don't really wanna read anything that you see. But this one is not really a book. It's more like a reminder for you. Just remember these 25 rules. It definitely helps you out. Definitely kind of gives you motivates you to towards your trading before your day started or during your day. And yeah, so I uploaded the PDF version in my channel with Flash Font, so you can go to my channel and download it. And if you guys wanted the different version, if you couldn't find it, just DM me. I'll send it to you, so you'll get that. Anyway, let's get us started with what I was looking for this week that is coming. I mean, we had a very slower week in terms of, well, I mean, it was crazy in terms of like a smaller cap. We have many opportunities that I personally wasn't be able to find my setup in it. I mean, the setup was there, but it was more like an algo trading. So when it comes down to algo trading, I mean, you know that when the algo is running things, you gotta be careful. You gotta just run away or find a different setup that makes sense. What I mean by algo trading is just when you see a lot of flush that is coming and then the price just go back to the same area that it was traded. It's all algo, so it doesn't make sense. The price movement, the order flows. It's just some big block orders that are coming in, and they just want to dilute as much as possible and then just bring it back to the price. So this happened actually on I think this bankrupt company, which is Rev has been one of those algo trading type of setup, in my opinion. Pretty nice. A lot of insider traders in it that try to kind of like take their money out. It's a pretty hefty volume so far on it, but there are always a reason behind these moves. So one of the big reason that I saw in this one, it was just okay when the company is filing bankruptcy, like the same thing that happened on Hertz when the COVID happened, the crowd would increase so fast. So if you're smart enough, you know where to start to take your position and just acquire shares or accumulate many trades that you can during a time that the stock has been running. So this was one of them, and I think there's still juice left in this one. But in my opinion, we already hit the 1,000 on the 4 hours, which is one of the indicators that I'm looking. I mean, this area is pretty hefty, and you just kind of want to keep on watch and see if there is a big order that are coming. Once you see that big order that is coming, just remember that there are some good algo trading on this one. So you gotta be careful. But these things run fast, quick, and it's just unbelievable. I took some trades on this one, but I did not really anticipate so much profit on it, as I was really traveling, not really focusing on so much of tribe. But I saw that many people that already been. I mean, they killing it on this one. The Rev specifically, and then on the other side we had Pev. Well, Rev and Pev was kind of like, you know, the the juniors and seniors of the market for the past few weeks, past 2 weeks, I would say. The Pev, as on the other hand, is more like is an IPO. And as you guys know, in the before the market shift, um, and this bear market happened, a lot of dilution happened, and then we had these IPO popped, and then quick drop and just disappear. So that kind of like fear the moment, fear that idea that people cannot really trust any IPOs these days. For me at least, these manipulated companies, these stocks are not really serving goods to your investment. So you just have to be careful and know what you do. So PEV is one of those. There's nothing wrong to take a trade in a few days, and that's what we do basically, and that's what I do for a living. So this is something that you just have to keep on watch and see where the trade sits in your criteria. Also, keep that in mind. I think Pev and Rev. There's only two, or maybe there's another one that I might forgot. Pev and Rev. They both are really working with the algo, and this is very tricky. And it could be dangerous. So you have to make sure that you already have your plan set up. I mean, I cannot stress enough that how many times it tells you guys to have your plan and make sure you study your plan, you know your plan, and then you take your trades. So one of the things that is just kind of want to talk about is just making sure that your trading is on edge. I mean, you see a setup, specifically in a small cap, just finding your edge. Don't rely on me or other people that where they talking about. Just if you see that the price that I'm enter is not convenient for you, good for you. Like, you have your plan, just figure out a different way, find your edge, but just use this strategy that I'm use, and then kind of like get the idea, but don't blindly follow. Hope you understand that part. So yeah, Pev and Rev, and then we had others like B hats, like a lot of these $1 stock that popped, and unable to really like short them. But even I mean, it's too risky to kind of like focus on that part. B hat was one of those popped pretty nicely, and it's just like not non-stop moving. And we had this type of setup in the past few days, and as you can see, it's just like grinding, 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 and then now we're on this head and shoulder pattern on the 1 hour. So we can see that probably tomorrow this could be a good setup for short. So borrowing the share on these these micro pennies basically are very difficult unless if you have a really reliable brokerage, not just TD or E Trade or anything like that. But you really need some good brokerage that I always mention in a group. So you can DM me, and I'll guide you through. I'll guide you through how find these, how to set up your account and make sure to use that if you want to do shorting. But I do not suggest shorting for anyone. Shorting is not for anyone. But if you are like intermediate or like kind of advanced trader, it's good. It's way better to just focus on short trading. You need to do that. I mean, 90% of the people that are kind of successful, not 90% out of 10% are kind of successful in trading. They do trade both sides. If you don't do short trading, you won't be successful in this market. So you have to kind of have the both on the table and understand both, and don't have a bias on it. So that's very important. Yeah, I think these three are very unique, and we have to kind of like focus on them for tomorrow, and I will focus on them. And there are a few others, but like I said, I want to keep this short. Probably gonna talk about them by tomorrow, and go over. Probably I'm going to kind of like do the live trading, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes for tomorrow. I just want to keep this short. Once again, remember to don't blindly follow anyone. Don't don't put the money that don't put the money that you are not willing to lose in this market. It just has to be something that you are willing to risk it. Have the risk management. I'm tired of really saying all this. Have the risk management. Have your trading plan. Have your trading strategies, and execute. I think that's about it. I'm just gonna close it here. Thanks for you guys that watching this. Reach out to me if you have any questions. See you guys tomorrow.